I didn't say its name out loud, and now I can feel it inside me. It's learning me, waiting, watching. If you hear something whisper your name tonight, don't answer.
I didn't believe in cursed objects. I mean, not really. But that changed the night I heard my name from something that shouldn't even know it. This happened about 3 years ago, back when I worked night shifts at a small thrift store. It was the kind of place where people dropped things off and never came back. Old boxes, random junk, stuff no one wanted anymore, or maybe stuff they wanted to get rid of. One night, around 2:17 a.m., someone left a box outside the door. No note, no name, just a drawing, taped on top. It looked like a child drew it, a stick figure, standing next to something tall, something with a wide smile. I don't know why, but that drawing bothered me. Still, I took the box inside. I should have left it there. I should have just ignored it, but I didn't. Something about it felt like it was waiting for me. So yeah, I opened it. Inside, there was a toy. Not new, not old, just wrong. It looked handmade, different fabrics stitched together, button eyes, crooked smile, and something in its chest. A small voice box. I remember just standing there, staring at it. Then I pressed it.
Hello.
That's all it said, just
Hello.
I even laughed a little, like, okay, creepy, but whatever. So I put it on the shelf and went back to work. About 10 minutes passed, maybe less. And then I heard it again.
Hello.
I froze, because this time I didn't touch it. I slowly walked back to the shelf, and something was off. The doll was facing the wall. I'm telling you, I left it facing the room. I know I did. I stood there for a second, just thinking, maybe I'm tired. Yeah, that had to be it. So I picked it up, turned it back around, and that's when I saw it. The mouth, the stitching, looked different. Wider, like it had been stretched. I didn't like that, not at all. So I pressed the voice box again. Nothing, no sound, just silence. And then I heard something behind me, not from the toy, from the room.
Say it again.
I turned around instantly. Nothing, no one there. The store was empty, locked, completely silent. That's when I knew something wasn't right. I tried not to think about it. For a while, I actually convinced myself it was just a nightmare. You know, stress, lack of sleep, my brain just messing with me. But then I started hearing it again. At first, it was quiet, almost unnoticeable, like a whisper from another room.
Hello.
I checked everything, the bathroom, the closet, even under the bed. Nothing. There was never anything there. I kept telling myself, I'm imagining it. I have to be. But then things got worse. One morning, I woke up and something felt off. I don't know how to explain it, but the room just felt wrong. I looked at the wall, and that's when I saw it. My name, carved into the surface, not written, carved, like something scratched it in, slowly. D-A-N-I-E-L. I just stood there, staring at it. I live alone. No one else has a key. There's no way someone could have done that. And then I noticed something even worse. Right under my name, there was empty space, like something was waiting to be finished. And that's when I remembered what it said.
Say my name.
I felt sick, like really sick, because suddenly it all made sense. This thing, it didn't just follow me, I brought it with me. That night, I tried to distract myself. I turned on the TV, played music, anything to fill the silence, because silence was when it came back. And then, around midnight, everything shut off. The TV, the lights, even my phone. Just darkness, complete darkness. And then I heard something very close. Fabric, moving, right behind me. I didn't turn around. I couldn't, because I already knew.
Daniel.
It was right next to my ear.
Say my name.
My heart was pounding so hard, I thought I was going to pass out.
I don't know your name.
I said it quietly, barely even a whisper. And for a second, nothing happened, just silence. Then, something touched my hand. Cold, small, soft fingers. I looked down slowly, and there it was, the doll sitting right next to me, closer than ever before. Its smile was bigger now, too big, and its eyes, they weren't buttons anymore. They were moving, watching me, blinking, slow, unnatural. I tried to pull away, but it grabbed my wrist, tight, way too tight. Then it lifted its other hand and pointed at the wall. I turned my head, and I swear I saw it happen. Letters, appearing one by one, like something invisible, was carving them into the wall. My chest tightened.
R.
I wanted to look away, but I couldn't.
O.
The room felt like it was closing in.
W.
The moment the last letter appeared, everything stopped. Complete silence. The doll turned back toward me, and then it spoke, not like before, not from the voice box. This time, it sounded real.
My name is Marrow.
I felt my body go numb. It leaned closer, so close, I could feel something like breath.
You remembered. No,
I shook my head,
I didn't. I swear.
but it just kept smiling.
That means you heard it before.
And in that moment, something clicked in my head. The drawing, the box, that tall figure with the wide smile. It wasn't next to the child, it was behind them, watching, waiting. And now it wasn't in the drawing anymore. It was here, with me. The doll tightened its grip.
If you know my name,
It whispered.
I can stay.
And then everything went black. After that, I stopped sleeping. Not because I didn't want to, but because every time I closed my eyes, I felt it. Closer than before. Not next to me, not in the room, but somewhere deeper. Like it wasn't around me anymore. But inside my space, inside my life. Days started to blur together. I kept the lights on all the time. TV running. Noise. Always noise. Because silence made it stronger. The whispers didn't stop anymore. They changed. At first, it was just my name.
Daniel.
Over and over again. But then it started saying things it shouldn't know. Where I grew up. Things I did as a kid. Secrets I never told anyone. Even things I forgot myself. That's when I realized this wasn't just following me. It was learning me, watching everything, listening to everything, waiting. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my phone and started searching. Anything. Cursed objects, haunted dolls, possession. I didn't care. I just needed answers. And then I found something. An old forum. Buried deep, almost forgotten. People were talking about it. About something called Marrow. Not a toy. Not a ghost. Something else. Something older. Something that doesn't just haunt you, but learns you. It starts small. A voice. A shape. Something harmless. But the more you notice it, the more it grows. The more you remember it, the stronger it becomes. And once you learn its name, it doesn't need the object anymore. I felt my stomach drop. Because the doll was gone. That means it didn't need it anymore. That night, everything went quiet. No whispers, no movement, nothing. Complete silence. I should have felt relief. But I didn't, because now I understood. Silence meant it was waiting. I sat there in the dark for hours, listening to nothing. Until I heard something new. Not a voice, not a whisper, a sound coming from inside me. A soft scratching. I froze. Slowly, I put my hand on my chest. It was coming from inside, scratching, like something small, trying to get out.
No.
I whispered. But then I heard it again, clear this time, inside my head.
You let me in.
My whole body went cold.
I didn't.
I said.
I never said your name.
Silence. Then, a quiet laugh.
You didn't have to.
The scratching got stronger. Pain spread through my chest. Sharp, burning, I fell to the floor, gasping for air. And then I saw it, my reflection, in the dark TV screen. Something was wrong. I wasn't alone. Standing behind me was that tall figure, the same one from the drawing. Long, thin, with that same impossible smile. I turned around, nothing. But in the reflection, it was closer now, watching me, studying me, learning me. I couldn't move.
Now I don't need the doll.
The voice echoed inside my head.
Now I have you.
And just like that, the pain stopped. Everything went quiet again, too quiet. I slowly stood up, walked to the mirror, and looked at myself. At first, everything seemed normal, until I smiled. I wasn't trying to, but my reflection was slowly wider than it should be. I tried to stop, but I couldn't. And then my reflection spoke, not to me, to someone else.
Hello.
I felt my mouth move without control, and I said the same thing.
Hello.
Now, I don't know how much time has passed. Days, maybe weeks. I don't feel tired anymore. I don't feel hungry. I just exist. And sometimes, when I walk past mirrors, I see it. Not behind me, not next to me. Inside my reflection, smiling, waiting, learning how to be me. So if you're hearing this, if you made it to the end, there's something you need to understand. It doesn't start with fear, it starts with attention. The moment you think about it, the moment you remember it, you give it a place to exist. And now, you know its name too. So tonight, if you hear something from the dark, don't answer, don't repeat it. And whatever you do, don't say its name, because if you do, it won't need me anymore. If you heard it too, don't type its name in the comments.